Hello, my name is Leo, and welcome to a new day of the Elder Scrolls Arena. It is now the 28th of... God, I've been calling it Sun's Dusk, and I know I'm wrong. Morning Star, that is the one. You know what, you'll be in Sun's Dawn in a few days, yeah. Just gotta wait a couple more days, and then I can just start calling it Sun's Dawn, which is what I've been calling the entire month of January so far. Until I finally realised that no, it's actually called Morning Star, you knobhead. Anyway, so yesterday was a shut up and play where there was actually a shut up and play. We did a bit of a dungeon crawl, it was kind of fun. Now, yesterday was also a very special day. It was the 26th of January. 26th of January, for those of you who don't know, is Australia Day. Now, what is Australia Day? Well, I actually had the wrong idea about Australia Day. I thought Australia Day goes to show how much of a patriot I am. I thought Australia Day was actually the day that we signed a declaration to become a country. But actually that happened on January 1st, 1901. I thought it was, you know, the 26th of January 1901. Although that is actually what we celebrate Australia Day as. It's basically we celebrate it as the, you know, the time that we became a country, pretty much. But January 26th, when was it? 1788 is actually the date of the first fleet landing in Port Jackson, Sydney. The first fleet was the first arrival of British ships with convicts coming into Australia to settle Australia as a penal colony. So that was 1788, the 26th of January, was actually that day. It's been called a couple of days in the past. It's been called Anniversary Day. It's been called Invasion Day, which kind of makes sense. I didn't actually know about this until I started looking it up. But the Indigenous Australians, otherwise known as Aborigines, there's been a bit of contention about Australia Day, and they've nicknamed it Invasion Day because when you think about it, that's actually what happened. They invaded the country and sort of made it their own. But anyway, it's also been called Foundation Day and Anna Day. Anna? The hell does Anna mean? Oh, Australian Natives Association? Okay, didn't know that. But anyway, Australia Day is basically a piss around day. It's kind of like Labor Day. It's just an excuse for us to have a holiday. That's what it is now. You know, I mean, this year it fall on a Sunday. Obviously tomorrow, today, it's Monday now. Why am I thinking it's Australia Day? So obviously today, Monday, will also be, at least I believe it is, a public holiday in Australia as well. We usually use this as an excuse to have a barbecue. You know, we don't throw shrimp on the bar. Well, we sometimes throw shrimp on the barbie. Well, no, we don't throw shrimp on the barbie. We throw prawns on the barbie. But anyway, but usually, we might have a beef steak, maybe some sausages, maybe a hamburger. Yeah, we're gonna have a hamburger. Although there's been a big push for lamb, eating lamb on Australia Day. The push actually comes from I think it's the Australian Association for Lamb, or Lamb Growers of Australia, or something like that, which started this ad campaign with a famous comedian who's basically talking about how if you're a patriot, if you want to be real Australian, you gotta eat lamb on Australia Day. It's the Australian thing to do. And actually, most people actually eat lamb on Australia Day because of that. I never get to eat lamb, usually, because the wife who hates lamb. So if any excuse for me to eat lamb, it is great. That being said, I'm in Japan at the moment, so this is like this is the first time that I've not been in Australia for Australia Day. So a very un-Australian Australian Day for me, because I'm in Japan. I did do a thing where some of like the people that I teach English to, or like some like my customers at work. You know, I explained a little bit about Australia. Wrongly, I was telling them that Australia Day was the day that we became a country, because of course originally we were an English colony, and then we became a country under the Commonwealth of England. But I was telling them that, and I was like, oh, now that I know that it's actually the day that the first fleet arrived, well, who cares, whatever. Did a few things, like showed them like the flag and explained like the things of the flag, which I would like to do right now. First thing you should do is pause the video, Google search the Australian flag, and go to images. Come back when you're done that. Alright, so now you're back, alright? So you got a map of not a map, sorry, picture of the Australian flag up? Good. Okay, so that thing that takes up the top left of the flag, you probably recognize it. It's the English flag, because guess what? England's our mother country. Now, you guys in America, yeah, you might go, well, technically she was your mother country too. And then you started a bloody war to, start your independence. We've had multiple, like, referendums when we could actually become a republic. But at the end of the day, we're kind of like, what's the point? Who gives a fuck? Because when you think about it, yeah, the Queen is still technically our head of state, but she doesn't even wield any power in England, for God's sake. No one really cares. So we just continue doing what we're doing, because why bother changing it? You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah. Anyway, so okay, we got some stars, yeah, on our flag, on our big blue flag, right? You got this big flag, you got this big star underneath the England flag. Now, what's this star? This is called the Commonwealth Star. It has 7 points on it for the 7 states of Australia. Yeah, there's only 7 states in Australia. Why? Why do we need more? Well, they're big states. So, I mean, Western Australia, which is, yeah, we're not very inventive in some of the names of our states. Western Australia takes up the entire western third of Australia. And then what else have we got? We got South Australia, we got Northern Territory, we got the Australian Capital Territory, which is kind of like your Washington DC. And then we've got ones that actually have names, like Queensland, named after the Queen, of course. New South Wales, named after Wales, or the south of Wales, actually. Victoria, okay, fair enough, named after a previous England Queen. And Tasmania, which is the only one that's really inventive, although it's named after Tasman, the guy who he didn't discover Australia, he explored. He was an explorer, dude, who found things and stuff. Whatever, who cares? Tasmania. Anyway, whatever. So what other stars we got? We got 5 stars over on the right here. They form what's called the Southern Cross. The Southern Cross is a constellation that can only be seen in the southern hemisphere of the world. You'll find other flags, like the flag for New Zealand, which is almost identical to the Australian flag, except it doesn't have the Commonwealth Star, because obviously it's not Australia. But it does have the Southern Cross, although it's red on the New Zealand one, and I think the middle star's not there. So there's a lot of southern countries, particularly ones that belong to the Commonwealth of England, that bear the Southern Cross. So, you know, if you're looking in the skies in America or in Japan or wherever the hell you are, assuming you're north of the equator, you won't be able to see this constellation. You can only see it south of the equator. Whatever. So that's our flag. Yeah, done. Anyway, what else can we talk about? Well, I brought a didgeridoo to, where is the didgeridoo? Damn it, I should have recorded me playing the didgeridoo. Yeah, but then I gotta get the snowball out for that. I might do that. I might not do that tomorrow. I might do that maybe in the future. I'll give you a little rendition. I'm not very good. Didgeridoo is an Aborigine instrument. It's It's basically a big, long, hollow piece of wood that you blow into, and it makes a sound. You can jump on YouTube, look up didgeridoo. Wait, how do you spell didgeridoo? I don't even know how to spell it. Didgeridoo? It's Didgeridoo. Take a look that up. The way that like actual proper didgeridoo players can play the didgeridoo is actually really impressive, because they do what's called circular breathing, right? Which is where you are blowing, you are making a sound with the instrument, but at the same time you're also breathing in air. I cannot for the life of me do this. The only thing I can do is go that's all I can do. But they can continuously play and make a sound out of the instrument for like an hour, you know, more than an hour even. So yeah, yesterday was Australia Day. Yay for that. Nobody else really cares, but you know, Australia Day is Australia Day. So not much else that I can really talk about, except that when we come back, we'll still be fast traveling, and we'll get our way to Port New View. Now, I still haven't got any comments yet on what I should do when we arrive, or after we finish doing our thing in Numa Walk. So we've got two options. We can either go the west route, which is a straight fast travel straight to, I think the town's called Doon. Or we could go the east route, which is town hopping through a bunch of towns up the east and north way. So leave a comment if you want me to go a particular way. One would mean a whole bunch of blogs, but we'd get there a lot faster, we'd progress through the game a lot quicker, and it would probably mean a lot of Sundays where we're fast traveling, so the speed run for Skyrim videos will come out a bit faster. The other way means town hopping, perhaps getting some more Lord's missions, which might keep us in elsewhere a bit longer, and more gameplay rather than blogs. So, you know, weigh up the pros and cons and tell me what you want me to do. But for now, my name is Leo, and I will see you next time.